Most people with acid reflux, GERD, or LPR feel like they can never eat out again and that there's nothing that they can tolerate when they go out and about. And so in this video, I'm going to show you a few reflux-friendly options if you find yourself at these major fast food restaurants, so that if you find yourself in this position, you have the confidence to make a choice that isn't going to exacerbate your reflux, and you know what the best choice on the menu is, because I believe that education in your nutrition, in your body's needs, is really important for preventing digestive health issues and allowing you to enjoy your life, to travel, and find more freedom with food. So stick around to the end of this video, because I'll be also sharing a free resource to help you make these decisions out and about and prevent reflux in your own life. So let's dive in. I found myself at a Jamba Juice after the gym, and I was taking a look at the menu and I saw a lot of potential reflux triggers in terms of orange juice and maybe acidic fruits like oranges and grapefruits, things that I wouldn't necessarily choose, but they also did have a few really great reflux-friendly options. And I recommend sticking to a smoothie instead of a juice when you're at a place like Jamba Juice, because the smoothie is going to contain all the fiber, that's good fiber that helps you stay full, helps nourish your gut microbiome. We really don't need to remove that fiber because it's one of the best parts of the fruit and vegetables. So I went for a smoothie here, although they do also have some oatmeal bowls that look like that could be a good choice as well. I went with the apple and green smoothie. Apple is a mid-range fruit in terms of acidity level. It's middle range, and it also has pectin, which is a compound that is great for uplifting healthy bacteria in your gut. This smoothie also had kale and spinach and a little bit of banana, and I think it normally came with juice as the liquid for the smoothie. So what I asked for was to do some unsweetened almond milk instead of the juice. This not only helped balance my blood sugars because the almond milk has less sugar, but this also reduced the acidity because sometimes juices can be a little bit acidic. In addition to this one swap, I also added some protein powder. I believe that they have a whey protein and a soy protein. I actually went for the whey protein because I tolerate whey products totally fine, and whey and dairy are not reflux triggers for me. After grabbing this smoothie, which I drank slowly, I used to have this really bad habit of drinking my smoothies really fast, and this caused a lot of reflux problems for me. So I drank this over the course of about 15 minutes instead of chugging it down, even though I was really thirsty. We walked around the city a little bit. I live in San Francisco currently, and my partner wanted to get something at Chipotle, and I went in and kind of took a look, and I made videos on Chipotle previously, but it's really a challenging one to find a reflux-friendly option. A lot of the meats and options there are very spicy and also somewhat acidic with lime juice added, and so if you do have the opportunity to go somewhere else, there would probably be better options at even something like a Subway or even a different bowl place if it was a Mediterranean style bowl. But I chose not to review this one because I think it's one of the hardest ones to find reflux-friendly options. Okay, so anyway, we went to Blue Bottle and I got a single shot cappuccino. For me, coffee was the biggest trigger. I had a really hard time with coffee and I was not able to drink it on my healing journey. But if your symptoms are, calming down and you feel like you're in a good place, having a single shot decaf cappuccino could be reflux friendly because you've removed the caffeine, which can loosen the sphincter, but also the acidity of the shot is balanced out by a lot of milk in a cappuccino or a latte. So I had this with almond milk, which is really alkaline and often contains calcium to balance out the acidity. So a lot of our clients can actually tolerate a single shot decaf latte. Could be something to try and not something that can work for everyone. If you're really symptomatic, I would avoid coffee, but this might be a more reflux-friendly order. And then I grabbed some of their spinach egg bites. These are high protein, low in fat, and a great little on-the-go bite. I believe Starbucks also has a similar spinach and feta egg white bite, and they also do have an almond butter toast on their menu that I think would be reflux-friendly. The almond butter toast or the avocado toast could also be reflux-friendly. I would just watch out for the avocado portion. If it looks like it's potentially a full avocado, that might be a lot of fat at one time, so maybe eating half and then also getting the egg bites if you find yourself at Blue Bottle. Okay, Shake Shack, another really tricky restaurant if you find yourself at, but here's what I would do. I would think moderation here. And red meat is sometimes a trigger for people, but not always. It's really the fat content in the red meat that tends to be a trigger for people. So I would keep it simple, just one patty, no bacon, no cheese, no sauces or anything like that, no pickles, anything acidic like tomatoes and pickles you'd probably want to avoid if you're struggling with reflux. I did this on a lettuce wrap as well to make it just a little bit lighter, and then added extra lettuce to get extra greens. But there's nothing wrong with doing a bun if you wanted to do a bun as well. And they do have a veggie burger, which I think could be a good option for those that feel like red meat is a trigger. Doing the veggie burger could also be fine. It may have a little bit of garlic and onion in it, just as a heads up if you're extra sensitive. We got a bottle of water, and then also Nick and I wanted to have a couple bites of a vanilla shake. The vanilla shake is a massive portion, so I would not consume this on my own, but having a couple bites of this is like having a few bites of vanilla ice cream, which I think is totally fine in moderation. You know, this is not a meal that I would eat every day, and I certainly didn't eat the full portion of the shake, but having a few sips of something sweet and having some red meat in moderation, I actually don't think is a bad thing. Red meat contains lots of B vitamins, zinc, iron, things that are often really low in people with reflux from taking a PPI. So getting in some lean red meat, not that Shake Shack is the leanest, it's definitely not the leanest, but having just a 4-ounce patty, you know, this isn't that much fat. It's still a relatively small meal. So could be an option if you find yourself here. It's the only thing that you can get. When I'm at home, I do have red meat a few times a week. I really like to get venison or a 96% lean beef. Red meat in itself, again, is not a reflux trigger. It's just the fat content can be a little bit high, so we want to watch that. And by getting venison or a 96% lean beef, you can get in the iron, the B vitamins, as well as the zinc to help replete those nutrients if you're struggling with reflux. All right, next is Chick-fil-A. One of the biggest things when you're dining out or just traveling is to keep your mealtime hygiene tools in your back pocket. So even though you're busy and kind of on the go, make sure that you're chewing everything really, really well. Chewing your food well is one of the biggest reflux relief hacks. So this gets the digestive process going in the mouth, helps to stimulate digestive juices lower down in your digestive tract. And it also makes you a lot less likely to reflux because your food just passes easier through your stomach and your stomach has less work to do. So chewing well, slowing down, not eating rapidly, not eating too fast. Eating really fast can contribute to reflux. So take your time, slow down, and this will really help you tolerate different foods. And that's what I tried to do when I was eating this Chick-fil-A bowl, is really try to slow down and let my chewing do some of the digestive work. I also had a couple of Nick's waffle fries. I kept these in moderation, just like the shake. It doesn't necessarily have to be all or nothing that I can't try a bite of these things, but I did keep it in moderation just because fried foods can be a reflux trigger and it's not something I necessarily need to have a huge portion of. But overall, pretty impressed with this option from Chick-fil-A. Yes, the dressing is a little bit acidic, but you can always get that dressing on the side if you want to and just ask for a little side of oil, or some of my clients also travel with little packets of olive oil, so that could be something that you consider bringing with you. All right, my friends, I promised you an extra special freebie and I have it for you down below in the description of this video. Make sure you grab your free reflux dining guide. This includes a lot more restaurant options and things that you can consider there at Japanese, at a steakhouse, finding the most reflux-friendly option on the menu so that you can prevent symptoms, help yourself continue on your healing journey. And if you are actively struggling with reflux and having a ton of symptoms and you cannot visualize ever being able to have a bite of a burger at Shake Shack, definitely make sure that you watch this video on what to do in a reflux flare. If you're flaring all the time with symptoms or you're really struggling, you definitely want to watch this video. I think it will be really helpful to help yourself out of the flare. So make sure you go here and like, subscribe, join the family so you don't miss any weekly uploads, and I'll see you in the next video.